What does it really look like to control billions, not millions, billions, and not just in money, but in power, technology, and influence? This is the life of Elon Musk in 2026, a man who sleeps near rockets, launches satellites before breakfast, and moves global markets with a single post. But here's the real question. Does the richest tech titan on Earth actually live in luxury? Or is his billionaire life different from what you imagine? Welcome to Life of Legends. Today, we step inside Elon Musk's billions, his jets, his properties, his private lifestyle, his struggles, his achievements, and the rumors shaping 2026. And trust me, it's not what you expect. Elon Musk's net worth has fluctuated wildly over the years, sometimes above $250 billion. Sometimes dipping with market volatility. But in 2026, one thing is clear. He remains one of the wealthiest and most powerful individuals on the planet. Yet unlike traditional billionaires, Musk doesn't flaunt wealth the usual way. No gold-plated yachts, no celebrity mansion tours, no red carpet lifestyle. Instead, his luxury is tied to speed, control, and innovation. Let's start with the skies, because when Elon Musk travels, he doesn't wait in terminals. He owns private jets that reflect both efficiency and dominance. Reports over the years have linked Musk to high-performance Gulfstream aircraft, designed for intercontinental travel at extreme speeds. These jets aren't just about comfort, they're about time. Time saved equals power gained. Flying from Texas to California in hours, from global summits back to SpaceX facilities overnight. Inside, expect minimalist interiors, advanced communication systems, secure digital access, quiet luxury, not loud extravagance. Because for Musk, the jet is not a toy. It's a tool. Now here's where things get interesting. Unlike other billionaires who collect mega mansions across continents, Elon Musk once claimed he sold most of his real estate. He even publicly stated he wanted to own no house. And for a time, he lived in a compact, prefabricated home near SpaceX's Texas site. Yes, one of the richest men in the world, living near rockets in a relatively modest structure. But by 2026, the story evolves. Because power requires security, and security requires property. Behind the minimalist headlines, Musk still maintains access to high-value properties tied to business operations and privacy. Texas remains central, near SpaceX's Starbase, where rockets rise from desert ground. California connections remain through Tesla's legacy presence, and quiet, strategic holdings continue to shape his lifestyle footprint. But here's the twist. His real luxury isn't marble floors. It's proximity to innovation. He chooses location based on mission, not status. And then there's the daily life. You might imagine champagne breakfasts and infinity pools. Reality? Long hours. Engineering meetings, late-night design calls, product reviews, rocket test updates at 2 a.m. Elon Musk's luxury lifestyle in 2026 looks less like Hollywood and more like controlled chaos. But that doesn't mean the billions aren't there. In Tesla equity, in SpaceX valuation, in AI ventures, in X, the platform reshaped under his control. His wealth moves like electricity, fluctuating with innovation cycles. One breakthrough and billions shift. One controversy and markets react instantly. Because controversy follows Musk like a shadow. Corporate battles, public statements, leadership criticism, regulatory pressure. Yet somehow, he remains at the center of the storm. Stronger, bolder, unfiltered. So what does luxury mean to a man who wants to colonize Mars? It means owning the future, not just property. And we've only just begun. If Elon Musk's wealth were liquid, it wouldn't sit in vaults. It would surge, move, shift, explode. Because Musk's billions are not stored in gold bars, they live inside companies that are reshaping the future. And that's where the real luxury begins. Let's talk about cars, not just any cars, revolutionary machines. As the CEO of Tesla, Musk doesn't collect vehicles for status, he engineers them. In 2026, Tesla's lineup represents speed, autonomy, and dominance in the EV space. And yes, Musk has access to the most advanced models ever built. From high-performance Plaid editions capable of stunning acceleration to next-generation autonomous systems powered by cutting-edge AI. But here's what makes it different. For Musk, these cars aren't toys in a billionaire garage. They are moving laboratories. Every drive becomes testing. Every feature becomes refinement. Luxury, for him, isn't leather seats. It's technological superiority. And then there's SpaceX, the company that transformed Musk from tech entrepreneur into space pioneer. By 2026, SpaceX valuations have reached staggering heights. Private space contracts, government partnerships, global satellite networks through Starlink. Each launch adds not just prestige, but billions in potential valuation. And here's the wild part. SpaceX isn't just a company, it's leverage. It's the engine behind Musk's influence. Every rocket launch isn't just science, it's wealth expansion at orbital speed. But with power comes protection. You don't move global markets and remain exposed. Security around Musk in 2026 is intense. Private security teams, controlled travel logistics, layered digital protection. Because in today's world, information is currency. And Musk holds a fortune of it. His communications, his AI ventures, his strategic decisions, all guarded carefully. Luxury at this level isn't about visible wealth. It's about invisible shields. Now let's talk about something rarely shown. His personal world, behind headlines, behind controversies, behind the sharp public persona. Elon Musk is also a father, balancing multiple businesses while managing a complex personal life. His family dynamics often make media waves. Relationships become headlines. Parenting decisions spark debates. Yet despite the noise, he maintains focus. Because to Musk, legacy isn't just financial, it's generational. But let's not ignore the turbulence. 2026 has not been calm. Market fluctuations, investor pressure, criticism over leadership style, controversial statements that send shockwaves across media platforms. Every billionaire faces storms. Musk seems to live inside them. And still, he pushes forward. AI expansion, autonomous robotics, neural technology concepts, space colonization blueprints. While others protect empires, Musk reinvests in risk. And here's the truth most people misunderstand. Elon Musk's luxury is not passive. It's aggressive. It's bold. It's constantly evolving. His billions are not parked. They are deployed into rockets, into electric infrastructure, into artificial intelligence, into platforms that influence global conversation. But what happens when ambition meets exhaustion? When controversy meets valuation? When vision meets reality? What does it cost to carry the future on your shoulders? Because that's what Elon Musk does. Every single day. Most billionaires protect their wealth. Elon Musk risks it again and again and again. And in 2026, the pressure surrounding him is heavier than ever. Tesla isn't just a car company anymore. It's an AI company, a robotics company, an autonomy company. Competition has intensified globally. EV giants rising in Asia, legacy automakers reinventing themselves, tech companies entering AI mobility, and every quarter, the world watches Tesla earnings like a championship fight. Stock moves, net worth fluctuates, headlines explode. One announcement can add billions. One misstep can erase them overnight. That's the volatility of Musk's empire. Now let's talk about SpaceX pressure. Mars ambitions aren't science fiction for Musk. They are deadlines. Starship development continues pushing engineering boundaries. But space exploration isn't predictable. Launch delays, technical adjustments, government contracts, global expectations. Each mission carries financial stakes and reputational weight. Failure isn't just expensive, it's public. And yet, he continues. Then there's artificial intelligence. In 2026, AI is no longer experimental, it's global infrastructure. And Musk has positioned himself inside the AI race. This is no small arena. The world's most powerful tech leaders are competing here. Control AI, and you shape the future economy. Lose AI, and you lose relevance. That's the battlefield Musk chose, voluntarily. But here's something rarely discussed. Mental endurance. You cannot operate at this altitude without pressure bending reality. Sleep becomes strategic. Time becomes weaponized. Every meeting carries billions in consequence. Every public word is dissected. And critics? They never sleep. Controversy remains a constant companion. His leadership style is often described as extreme, demanding, unfiltered. Employees admire his brilliance. Others question his intensity. Media narratives shift weekly. Supporters call him visionary. Critics call him reckless. Yet in 2026, he remains at the center of global innovation. Because Elon Musk thrives in disruption. He doesn't avoid chaos. He engineers through it. Now let's talk luxury again, but not the obvious kind. The real billionaire luxury. Control. Musk controls companies that shape transportation, space infrastructure, AI development, global satellite communication. That's influence at planetary scale. His private jets, tools. His properties, strategic bases. His security, necessary armor. But the real wealth, decision-making power. And then there's legacy. At this stage in his life, its impact. Will Tesla define sustainable transport for decades? Will SpaceX establish human life beyond Earth? Will AI ventures reshape civilization? These are not small ambitions. They are civilization-level bets. And Elon Musk has placed them all. But here's where things get even more interesting. Because behind the billionaire narrative, there are whispers, rumors, speculation about leadership fatigue, strategic partnerships, quiet restructuring, long-term political influence, even succession planning. 2026 is not just a year of growth, it's a year of recalibration. And when someone like Musk recalibrates, markets tremble. So what happens next? We've seen the rockets, we've seen the markets move, we've seen the billions rise and fall. But what happens when the cameras turn off? What does Elon Musk's life actually look like at night behind closed doors? Contrary to what many imagine, Musk's version of luxury isn't built around extravagance. It's built around access. Access to engineers, access to prototypes, access to decision rooms where tomorrow is drafted. In 2026, much of his time is split between high-security facilities, innovation campuses, and carefully controlled private environments. Not for display, for focus. Downtime for Musk doesn't look like island vacations every month. It looks like late-night design reviews, gaming sessions to unwind his mind, technical discussions that blur into midnight brainstorming. He has often spoken about sleeping at factories during production crises in earlier years. That intensity hasn't vanished. It evolved. Now, instead of sleeping on floors, he operates from strategically located bases, close to where the action is, because distance slows momentum, and momentum is everything. But let's not ignore the wealth, because even if he avoids flashy billionaire stereotypes, the scale of his financial world is enormous. Private aviation ensures instant mobility. Elite security ensures personal protection. High-level networking ensures global influence. In rooms where presidents, CEOs, and tech pioneers gather, Musk isn't a guest. He's a central figure. Now here's something fascinating. Luxury at Musk's level becomes minimalist by choice. He has publicly favored simple clothing, often black jackets, t-shirts, no over-the-top fashion statements, no diamond-studded appearances, no loud displays. Why? Because the brand isn't glamour. The brand is disruption. The brand is the future. But disruption has consequences. In 2026, Musk's empire is larger than ever. And with that scale comes political gravity. Regulators watch closely. Governments negotiate carefully. Global markets react instantly. When you control satellite networks, AI infrastructure, and electric vehicle dominance, you don't just own companies. You influence geopolitics. And that kind of power changes how you live. Privacy becomes priceless. Security becomes layered. Movements become calculated. Now let's address the human side. Because no matter how vast the empire becomes, Elon Musk remains a person navigating immense expectations. Fatherhood, relationships, public perception, legacy planning. Balancing visionary ambition with personal responsibilities is no small task. And in 2026, observers notice something interesting. A slightly more measured tone, a slightly more strategic presence. Not slower, just sharper, more deliberate. Could this signal preparation? A long-term master plan unfolding? Because history shows Musk doesn't move randomly. Every pivot, every acquisition, every expansion has a larger arc, and those who underestimate him usually realize too late. The next evolution of his luxurious life may not involve bigger houses or flashier jets. It may involve artificial intelligence integration at planetary scale, neural interface experimentation, advanced robotics entering everyday society, and the continued push toward becoming a multi-planetary species. That's not luxury in the traditional sense. That's ambition beyond wealth. So when people ask, what does Elon Musk spend his billions on? The answer isn't simple. He spends them on acceleration, on innovation, on risk, on rewriting the limits of possibility. Elon Musk's story in 2026 isn't just about money. It's about velocity. Because while most billionaires eventually stabilize, Musk accelerates. Let's put the scale into perspective. His net worth fluctuates dramatically, often moving by billions in a single trading session. Tesla valuations, SpaceX growth, AI ventures expanding, satellite networks scaling globally. This isn't static wealth, it's dynamic power. And dynamic power demands constant motion. But here's what makes Musk different from traditional luxury figures. He doesn't build an empire to sit on it. He builds it to launch from it. Every success becomes a runway. Every controversy becomes fuel. Every challenge becomes recalibration. That's why 2026 feels like a transition year. Not an ending, not a plateau, but a setup. Look at the pattern. PayPal, exit, Tesla gamble. Tesla breakthrough, SpaceX expansion. SpaceX dominance AI escalation. Each phase looks risky in the moment. Each phase looks inevitable in hindsight. So what phase are we witnessing now? That's the real question. Beyond jets and private facilities, beyond market dominance, beyond headlines, there's a bigger narrative forming, one about reshaping industries simultaneously. Electric mobility, artificial intelligence, neural technology, space colonization. Most billionaires focus on one sector. Musk operates across civilization pillars. That level of ambition changes how luxury is defined. Because true billionaire luxury isn't about owning more, it's about influencing more. Influencing transportation, influencing energy grids, influencing digital communication, influencing humanity's direction. And whether critics admire or question him, they cannot ignore him. 2026 also brings one undeniable reality. Sustainability of dominance is harder than achieving it. Markets evolve. Technology advances. Competitors innovate aggressively. Maintaining leadership at this level requires precision, and Elon Musk thrives under precision pressure. But here's the deeper layer. At some point, every empire builder faces reflection. Not how much have I earned, but what have I changed? If Mars missions succeed long-term, if AI infrastructure reshapes productivity, if electric transport becomes global standard, then Musk's billions won't just represent wealth. They'll represent transformation. And that's why his lifestyle fascinates the world. Not because of private jets, not because of valuations, but because he operates at the edge of possibility, where failure is public, where success is historic, where risk is constant. So here's the final thought. Elon Musk's luxurious life in 2026 isn't quiet, it isn't predictable, it isn't traditional. It's volatile, strategic, relentless, and perhaps still only in its middle chapter. Because if there's one pattern history has shown us, when the world thinks Musk has reached his peak, he changes the game again. This isn't just the story of a billionaire, it's the story of a man trying to bend the future. And whether you see him as visionary or controversial, one truth remains undeniable. Elon Musk doesn't follow the world, he attempts to redesign it. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Elon Musk's billions, lifestyle, and 2026 empire evolution, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because here at Life of Legends, we don't just show luxury, we reveal the power behind it. And the next legend is already waiting.